Okay, I'm up and running. Looks good. Audio good. Cameras 3. Audio okay. Yes, looks good. Here we are. Good morning, good morning. Saturday morning here in Japan. Cameras outside this morning. It's not a rainy day, but there's quite sunshine. It's going to come through in a few minutes. And if I poke the camera the other way, the sun hits the lens. So we've got the westward looking view this morning. Yeah, no trouble on the webcam the other day. I was being a bit paranoid about that. Seems we're okay. And here we are, this is Dokudori, street number 6, home of the famous floating lamppost. I never saw that, all the months and months we've been doing this. I never noticed we had a floating lamppost there until somebody pointed it out last week or a couple of weeks ago. Here we go, he's going to bump into it. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's go. We are picking up exactly where I left off on Thursday morning. Exactly on Thursday morning. We're partway through the color blocks. For those of you who don't know what's going on, the new print, of course, key block was finished a while ago. We've transferred the key block to some separate sheets, pasting down. Different colors are going to happen. This block's going to have Hakama color, the flower on the chair, 3 colors on one block, magic. These are done. This one, we tried to explain it yesterday, but I couldn't explain it too well because I didn't have all the parts in hand. Oops. Didn't have all the parts in hand. Here's what's going to happen with this. This is going to be the block for green. For yellow. And it is going to have the yellow flowers, which are going to be in this area. And it's going to have some yellow stripes that go on top of her kimono. And those are in Photoshop data. We traced those, but I couldn't print it out from the Photoshop and put it on the block because I needed first to print from my key block onto the block to define the exact areas that the colors need to go. So it's a 2-stage carving. We're going to rough carve today around the outside where the yellow flowers will go. And I will do some very careful carving inside the yellow and kimono lines separately. And then when that's finished, I will then paste this down. This came out of Photoshop, and this has the flower shapes and the little yellow things that will go on top of her kimono. But I couldn't take this directly and paste it down because Photoshop data and real data do not match up exactly when it comes to the fine lines. So today's job this morning is to continue roughing this one out. And then maybe we'll paste that down on here today. I'm not quite sure. We'll see how it goes. Good morning. Look at this. All the good mornings. Good mornings. What a polite group today. As always. I saw in my newspaper, the New York Times the other day did a story about Twitch. I guess is there a TwitchCon on right now, or it's coming up soon, a convention? And as part of this, as part of their coverage of the convention, they did a couple stories about Twitch and how it's changing. And one of the stories mentioned the change in thrust, that Twitch is clearly now going for also, in addition to the gaming market, they're going for the non-gaming market. Before it was touch and go, whether they would let people like me continue to operate on the platform or whether they would ask us to leave. At one point, about a year ago or so, it was touch and go. They were trying to decide to go for just gaming only or to go for a wider audience. And it seems, according to that story yesterday anyway, that the powers that be in the Twitch system have decided that they're going to go for a wider clientele, not just gamers. Which, of course, suits me just fine. That's why we're here. Confused about what is here and what isn't here. This is Hakama, so this is coming out. But it also mentioned in the same story a bunch of other things about Twitch, in that there apparently is either going to be a clampdown or there is a clampdown. They're trying to moderate the channels very much, quite strictly, as in human moderation, making sure that nothing violent or dangerous or whatever's going on. And the sex and pornography rules could affect us. if slash when I ever get around to getting this octopus print up and running, it looks like we won't be able to do the printing of the octopus print live on stream because it's quite an erotic image, and it seems that Twitch is clearly going to be quite strict about keeping difficult content off their platform. It's obviously for advertisers. YouTube had trouble with advertisers last year because advertisers didn't want to be associated with difficult content, I understand. And the same thing will happen on Twitch. So perhaps our octopus printing will have to be done on a different environment. Now, how much of this yellow flower stuff shows through this chrysanthemum? I'm not really sure. I have to be careful here. I think that's an open space, so we'll leave that out. Paper's out, yes, thank you very much. Thank you. 3 packs are out. Lei Chan is here today. She's been off for the past few days. Her parents have been visiting from Hong Kong, so she's been showing them around. But she's back at work now this morning. And Ishikawa-san will be in this afternoon. She's printing some Patreon chibi prints. And Suga-san's not here today. Suga-san's off, she'll be in tomorrow. And Fabiola-san's off today. She's visiting somebody, I don't know. Fabiola-san's here doing her own work, but she's also mixing tour stuff. She's off to see the sights of Tokyo and whatever. So she's off today. As this dot lines here, these are just simply roughing out the area. The flowers will go somewhere inside this zone. I don't know where just yet. So for the moment, it's just hacking out the zone. Doesn't matter where we are here. Well, today's Saturday, so Cameron's off. He's not here today. He's actually gone. He left yesterday afternoon. It's funny. I guess I can tell a story, whatever. It's the middle of the afternoon, Friday afternoon yesterday, and around 2 o'clock or so of the afternoon, the first print party of the afternoon had been finished. The next one was getting ready. And one of the staff members, one of the girls down here, I better not to mention her name, whatever, she comes up and says, okay, see you later. I'm heading off now. I'm like, well, actually, we have another party in a few minutes. She says, well, no, it's Friday afternoon, and you said we could go early if we needed to. So out she went, and the shop is full, and there's a party in a few minutes, and there was one staff member left. So okay, no problem. Let's go for this. Then a few minutes later, I'm upstairs asking Cameron to get an invoice ready for me. We had to send some prints to Jed yesterday, and Cameron's getting the invoice ready, and his wife shows up. And I'm like, Catherine, wow, and I see you here, and I didn't put two and two together, but there's Catherine here, his wife, and it's Friday afternoon, so of course a few minutes later he says, Dave, we're on way. We're out here right now. We're heading off for the weekend. So Friday afternoons are becoming a thing here, a bit of a dangerous thing for me, and we're going to have to sort of, I think, change some rules. So people have had real free and easy time of it here. They basically set their own schedules. But when we're running a shop, and people are coming in the shop and stuff, we need a bit tighter situation. So it was a really bit tight yesterday afternoon. Tableson left, and then Cameron left, and that was that. So the end of the afternoon was really quite a scramble. And Cameron doesn't only work in the shop, so it doesn't matter actually, but so I'm going to have to ask them to be a little bit more considerate and let me know earlier when they do these things so that we can plan. We had an extra staff member here yesterday. There's a newbie. It was on his first day, so that kind of person is. It's no good counting them in, saying we have 3 staff members here when one of them is on their first day. That's pointless. That's not a help. That's a negative. Okay, I think all the areas are delineated. I believe. So this means we have to make some noise here for a few minutes, I think. I'm going to try and explain. So we've got the wide area where the flowers will go. And we're going to keep the kimono area for now. We'll keep the entire kimono area, even though it won't be the whole kimono. It'll just be slight patterns on it. So now I'll clear everything away except those. We'll get the chisel and whack these away, leaving just the kimono and just the bare flower areas. And then on top of that, we'll paste down some information. So I'm going to have to make some noise. It shouldn't be long. It should be about 5 minutes. Those of you who have headphones, just whatever, get rid of them. Or go get a cup of coffee. Do something else. In about 5 minutes, we're going to do some banging with my hammer here. Mr. Persuader. Okay guys, here we go. I'll change my glasses. I have 3 pairs of glasses here, Room glasses, distance glasses, and now the close-up glasses. Welcome to 67. Okay, here we go. Sorry about this guys, 5 minutes of noise. Okay, almost finished. Give me another minute here. Just clear away this little bit. Then it's quiet work for the rest of the morning. So, earthquake. Oh, we're banging the camera. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Couple more minutes. Well, that'll do it. Enough noise. It'll need more clearing later, but that's enough noise now. Let's just get to this. From a terrible noise to a pleasant noise. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, people outside could hear the noise, could they? Soka. Actually, we had trouble with this noise yesterday. Fabiola-san from Spain is here for a few weeks. She's using some of the spaces upstairs. And we have another carving bench set up upstairs. I never work up there myself. I'm always working down here. But our the young carver Chung-san who's working with us, he and Dei-chan, they live together. Dei-chan works for us as a printer. He works for us as a carver. He's doing a Japan Journey series this year, and he'll continue next year. And he works at home for the most part. When you're a carver like this, there's no reason to go to an office to do your work. You can just sit at home and do it. So he works most of the time at home. But the problem for him is when he has to do the pounding work, as you just heard me just do, it can be really noisy. And they live in a small apartment, and the neighbors are really, really, really close. So you can see where this is going. He hasn't been able to do that kind of work. They tried, and it just didn't work out. The neighbors, of course, had something to say about it. So he saves it up. He does the quiet work over in his own home, and then when he needs to do some pounding, he saves it all up, 3 or 4 blocks, brings them over here. And we have a desk upstairs, a small carving desk upstairs, where he does this pounding work. It doesn't affect the shop, because he's up on the 3rd floor doing that. The printer's in the next room. Maybe you're not quite so happy about it, but hey, this is a WordBot print workshop, and what do you do? So anyway, so there's a bench up there, but that's the bench that Fabiola-san has been carving on. She's been working on her own project for the past little while, and she's been using that extra carving bench upstairs. So yesterday he came over to do some clearing work, and she was up there, and they looked at each other, and whatever. So he came downstairs, and he knew I was in the shop doing print parties, so he's like, can I do my work at your bench here? So I look at him, and he looks at me, and the shop is full of people, and I see the hammer, and whatever you do, you gotta do. So he sat here yesterday afternoon in the shop. Must have been from around noon to, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock or something. I don't remember exactly. And he's whacking away at this thing, just like you heard me doing right now, in the middle of the shop. And people are browsing, and we're doing a print party at the other end. At one point, there's a phone call came in. Teiko-san tried to answer the phone, and he hears the phone, but he just keeps whacking away. And she's trying to talk on the phone, so she ran over to him with a phone in one hand and tried to gesture, and he's like, oh, sorry. Whatever, I guess for the customers, it's plus minus. It's definitely an authentic experience. Come in, and there you are, right inside your workshop. These are definitely handmade WordBot prints, as you can tell. But whatever, it was kind of noisy. The other thing, there was real trouble because of this. I've got my tools. I'm not such a good organizer, and I've got my carving tools and stuff in a little box. They just sit on top of my own bench. And just now, as I was doing the banging, maybe the box moved a bit. I pushed it up a bit. Whatever, just take care of it. But yesterday, Johnson, he was banging away, didn't pay much attention to anything else. And my toolbox fell off the table here onto the bench. This is my tools, my carving tools, my lifelong organized supply of carving tools. I didn't know what's happening. I'm doing a print party or something back there. So he picks it up and just drops them back into the box. He doesn't know how to organize them, whatever. He just puts the stuff back into the box and blah, 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 and away he goes. And this morning, I didn't know about any of this happened. This morning I get here, and my box is a mess. The tools are upside down. There's this and that. And my number 1 carving knife, the one that I just used for a few minutes ago, it's missing. It's not there. What's going on? So I look under the bench, I look around the bench, we look on the floor everywhere. Not to be found. I don't think anybody stole it, but so it was about, what was it? Just before the stream, I just basically gave up trying to find it, trying to do the last cleanup to the stream. I moved the sharpening stone, and it was underneath the sharpening stone. It was there. So. Just a tiny tap here, no much. Relax. I gotta get my tools better organized, if I want to I've only been doing this for 40 years. It's about time I got some stuff organized. It's pretentious, nay. It's not a good part of my character. A sensible craftsman takes care of his tools, organizes them well. And for some reason I can't do that. I don't know why. Okay, there's stage 1 and stage 2. We've talked about this many, many times, carving these blocks. It's 3 stages. Stage 1 is the knife work, cutting the lines. Stage 2 is the clearing work, clearing out the oceans. And stage 3 is taking care of the shorelines, getting the last little bit all cleaned up where the oceans and shores meet. All the tools are all scrambled out of here. Here we are, backwards. Okay, let's go. We'll zoom out of this part. Okay, sorry about all the noise there. Yeah, the toolbox. I really do not understand the toolbox. Part of the bench thing here, eh? When I was working back at home before we had the Asakusa shop, I was a totally professional carver, making my living and all this stuff, and I didn't make a carving bench. I just used a small little temporary bench put together. And I really don't understand the psychology of this. Any sensible craftsman builds a good toolbox. He's got a good tool bench. You know, if you like go on YouTube or something, look at people who are making furniture or something. Their workshops look beautiful. Have you seen that Ishitani guy in Japan here? Well, beautiful, beautiful craftsman, and the tools and everything's perfect, and the workshop is clean. And wow. It's funny, a lot of what I'm doing right now actually is going to be wasted. For example, this part right now here, this is the edge of the kimono. And inside the kimono, we are only going to be leaving very small pattern marks. Let's get that sheet again out. And the kimono part that I'm carving right, oops, where am I off to? Here. upside down. I cannot get mirrors backwards here. Let's do this. I'm supposed to be here. Here we go. This kimono stuff, you know. I'm going to carefully carve around the outside of the kimono and clear off the region. But after that's finished, I will then get in there and we'll carve these patterns. So the part that I'm carefully scraping right now actually is going to be ripped off again later, but I don't know where it is yet. So we have to do it this way. So step one, just outline the whole kimono area, even though a bunch more of it will be taken off later. Just I don't know where it will be, so. So stage by stage by stage. I mean, if we were making an original print here, if this wasn't a reproduction, it wouldn't matter. I could just sit here and draw. You know, if I was the artist, you would just draw on the block and draw on the paper and do what you want. You wouldn't have to line up with anything. But because this is a reproduction, these things are in their predetermined places. So it's step by step by step. And in some senses, in this case, making reproductions are more complicated and more difficult than doing an original. Because you have much less freedom. Stuff is defined. It has to go right there. Now this side I'm going to leave actually now that I think about it. I need to do this because that's the flower area and this will all be taken away. Let's just clean up the insides here. This is all it's going to come out. I'm not checking the conversation here enough, I'm sorry. Look at all this conversation. Check, 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 check. Look at that light post. It really is floating this morning again today. Look at that. Maybe that floating lantern can become a famous Asakusa sightseeing spot. I don't know. The reason I say this, we found our poster outside, the what has become called the Mario poster, and it's now becoming really, really well known. We put that poster outside the shop of Jed's rickshaw cart print, the one with the red suited gentleman with a mustache, you know, playing his game. We ourselves can't use trademark names for these things, but anyway, the rickshaw cart print with the gentleman in the red clothes. And that poster, it's a giant poster, it's about 2 meters tall, it goes up to the ceiling here. And it has become, we didn't expect this, it has become a sightseeing thing in Asakusa. People come to see this and take their picture with it. The rickshaw cart guys who go down the street here, they don't all do this. One of the companies, Ebisuya, has put it on their official itinerary. So when people sign up for a 30-minute rickshaw cart around Asakusa, they go to Sensoji Temple, Kaminarimon Gate, and this place and that place. And they stop and see the famous, what they call the Mario Kart poster. And I'm a tiny bit nervous about this, because if the profile of this gets a bit too high, we could perhaps have a Nintendo problem, I don't know. the game companies have left us alone totally so far, but that's because the profile is what it is. But if we become like famous, then we may have a problem on our hands. But it's a thing. I have no idea how many times a day the staff just not this. They just grin. We hear this outside. Oh, look at that! There it is. There's the poster. Quick, quick, quick! And they line up and they take their picture and all this. Some of the people come in the shop. Most people don't. They just take the pictures and leave. And we knew it was a good idea putting the picture up there, but I didn't really expect this much. That it would become an iconic thing. And it's a bit of a conundrum for us because we are planning, not anything in the near future, right here, weeks and months, but we are planning the next renovation of the building, which could involve redoing the whole front area. We want to put stairs in so that people can go upstairs from inside the shop. And that would mean renovating the whole front area of the shop and losing that poster space. So it could be that we don't have the freedom to do that, but that poster space has to stay. Complaint, larger companies and big advertising companies, they brainstorm to try and get things to be viral, and here we are, we're getting semi-viral in an organic way. Okay, next stage. Okay, again, do you see where we're at now? We've left over the outside. How can I explain this? There's the picture. I don't know the print from here. Excuse me. Here's a black and white of the picture. We've got these flowers, which are going to be yellow. These flowers and the stripes on the kimono, and that's what this block is going to be. So can you see the kimono shape? Your head's missing, but there we are. There's the kimono here and here, and there's behind her back area for flowers, and in front of her face an area for flowers. This has now been trimmed up. The clearly defined areas between those things. Did I get the line between the flowers and the kimono? Yes, that's cut. It's cut here. So now we can take this and paste it down. And this is what we needed. This came out of Photoshop. The other day, I took the original print that I made, scanned it into Photoshop, and traced with a tablet. I traced all these lines that are going to become kimono pattern. And also, we have the rough flower outlines. And that now has to somehow get down on here perfectly accurately. So what we're going to do is This is a print that I made from the key block. We're now going to tack this down very delicately. Tack it. More noise out there. God, it never stops. This block is for the gift print, the print that will go on sale October the 10th, somewhere around there. That wasn't a peel, that was a separation. We're going to see the peel in a few minutes. Okay, that's ready to paste down. Now let's get the piece of wood ready for it. We have to wash off. We have to wash off this stuff. The timing here, I was thinking I was being quite early with this year's gift print, but actually with one thing and another now, it turns out that I am not so early anymore. This print is supposed to be on sale middle of October, and here I am still carving color blocks, and we've got lots of color blocks still to go. And then we have to, like, you know, make some prints. And it's going to be a bestseller, so I don't know. Is that what you're seeing? This is my camera. I don't know what you're seeing up there. That's the video camera that points down, which shows the scene here. And I've got the view monitor there. So we have the stream 4 times, right? This view down here, my face, up in the monitor, and outside. Sorry about the noise. It's a construction over at the new shop down the corner here. They're not allowed to start before 8 o'clock, but they want to get most of the heavy noise out of the way before shopping time starts, obviously. So. Who's this? Oh, the Iceman. The Iceman cometh. We should, just for a moment here, I'm doing nothing special, so let's take the outside monitor for a minute here and pop this up. Just for a minute here. This is the Iceman. What does it say in the back of this? Save lives? Nothing. Eat ice to save lives? I don't know. For those of you who haven't seen him before, this is the Iceman who delivers handmade ice to the bar next door. And his difficult season is coming to an end, and his easy season is going to be here soon. doesn't even need the insulation. Oh, did we miss him doing the cutting part? He just delivering. Sorry about that. Did he do the cutting and I wasn't even watching? Sorry about that. Oh well. Yeah, don't be holy down there. Yes, of course, of course. Well, he didn't do any cutting. He had a cut when he came, really. That's unusual. He usually, oops. He usually, you know, stands there slicing. We can hear the sound. Oh well, can't be helped. Okay, let's get back to work here. All right, so there we are. Now you can see now what we've done, right? There's the kimono area. There's the flower to be area. The flower to be behind her back. We've got it now carefully lined up on a piece of paper, and this is now going to go down in place. Let me just test this, make sure I haven't screwed anything up here. That's in this corner. That's in this corner. Let's take a peek. Looks good to me. Okay, let's get our glue. Where's he gone, the ice guy? This is a bit strange today. He usually takes a few seconds to get it in there. He's got the key to the guy's shutter. We hear him cut the ice, then we hear the shutter open. He drops the ice off, closes the shutter, and away he goes. A bit unusual today. Is he still in there talking to the guy or something? I don't know. And of course, most bars have their own ice. They got refrigerators, whatever. You know, this bar, you know, is one of it. It's a little bit upscale bar, and I guess they are advertising. My guess is it's probably ice made with water from the famous Kamikochi Alpine Glacier or something, or whatever. I don't know. It's either a special ice made with special water, or it's simply ice made at a special 200 degrees minus centigrade or whatever. I don't know the specific shtick. But the point being, it's special ice. Well, look at that. I got it all lined up in one place. Look at that. There's a bit of flower I didn't cut. Wow. So we're going to have tiny reduced flowers on here. It all seems to line up. He's on his way. The sun's come out and has spoiled our floating light post, which works best on a rainy day. Now I am not going to try a dramatic peel here, not with this one. We've got open spaces, closed spaces, glued spaces. If I try and peel here, it'll rip off. So we are just going to simply do this a little bit zone by zone, pull some paper off the back. No peel here. You see what's happening? The paper dissolves. Fabiola-san, yesterday she did the color transfers for the print she's making while she's here. And she's never done it before with this Gampi method. We gave her some Gampi and stuff yesterday. She had good fun. That's not the normal city garbage truck, the people who pick up our garbage. This is a commercial company. I think they're here for the hot dog shop. They've been generating rather massive amounts of garbage, obviously. I think this is the company they hired. I'm not really quite sure. Yeah, there it goes. He's heading for the hot dog shop. He doesn't park in front of the hot dog shop. It's interesting. That's the kind of people they are. All the delivery trucks for the hot dog place, all the support vehicles, and the company president's big limousine, they always park in front of somebody else's shop. It's the kind of people they are. Okay, this looks messy, but you can see where we're going with this. You can see the idea, right? We now have the kimono with the patterns visible for me to carve, and we have the flowers. And we can still see the joint, so we won't be having flower overlapping into kimono. Has there been progress on the Gampi front? Yes. Gampi has been tested, it has been selected, it has been ordered. We're just waiting for the first shipment to show up, a few hundred sheets. Once we actually get it in hand and we can see what our final costs are, it'll be going into the catalog. We will be supplying Gampi real soon now. In fact, as part of that question about the Gampi supply, when it comes to us, it's going to be in sheets. You know, it's sheets about, I forget, they're about 800 millimeters by 500. I don't remember the exact size. I'm sorry, I don't know. They're going to come to us in large sheets. But for shipping it overseas, that's obviously a problem. It's super delicate paper, so it would need a big, heavy roll. The postage would go up like crazy. So what we're thinking is that because most people overseas are not going to need it in this big sheets, they're going to need it in something smaller, we would chop it here into smaller sheets, make a pack of 10, whatever, it slips into an A4 envelope, whatever, and out it goes. But what size is optimum? What's the best size for people overseas to be using it? For us, we keep it as big sheets so I can cut a small piece, a medium piece, a large piece, whatever I want. If I was working with pre-cut pieces, there would be a lot of wastage. Here he is. He parks in front of somebody else's shop, makes the noise in front of somebody else's shop. Better be quiet. So a bit of feedback before we do actually get this Gampi in hand. Before we get the Gampi in hand and ready to go, a bit of feedback would be useful. You know, write to me or write to Cameron. If we're chopping these large sheets into, quote, easily shippable standard sizes, what would be a suitable, useful size for most of the overseas people? Would it be A4 or letter size, or another option is for us to take that large sheet and just fold it. Chuck, 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 chuck. You then get your sheet. It's got creases, but if you're doing this kind of work with it, it doesn't matter. You put your spray glue on and spread it out, and the crease is no real big deal. So let us know what you would like to see, because shipping in one This is not the city garbage truck. The city garbage trucks are much smaller, much more compact, much quieter, much cleaner, much better organized. This is a private company. Goodbye in the woods. One noise stops and another noise starts. And it's Saturday morning here in the Zucks. It's supposed to be a weekend, like it makes any difference. Persuader, no. Oh, outside you, yeah, outside the persuader. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now again, we've just done this in multiple stages. We cut the rough kimono shape first, pasted on the pattern. Now we're going to paste the pattern. But actually, we're going to do the same thing here now. These patterns all have, forked, delicate endings. It's kind of a sort of semi-brushstroke pattern. I'm not going to carve those just yet. It's all going to be in stages still. So the next stage for me is just carve around each of those patterns and then clear away the waste. And then finally, at the very end of it, go in there and trim each of these ones carefully at the ends. And of course, instead of turning the block for each one, let's do them in gangs. this one now. A construction truck. No idea. Show and tell. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff here. It's kind of disorganized. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, we can do some. If you remind me. A couple more minutes to show. We got some showing, but it's a bit disorganized in that I haven't studied up what it is as usual. What is this? No idea. Doesn't look like your usual beer delivery truck. It's got styrofoam boxes, so it sounds like food or some kind of. No idea. Don't recognize the truck. Oh yeah, it must be food delivery. He's just opening his shutter to a restaurant across the street. It's an interesting idea, you know, all these delivery guys for food and stuff. They have keys for the different restaurants that they deliver to. So they have a key to open the shutter, shove the box inside the shutter, and you know, styrofoam box, and away they go. Because all the bars and restaurants, of course, are open at night. There's nobody going to be there in the morning at this time. And that the deliveries have to be done before, you know, the street gets too busy. There's no way you can run a series of delivery trucks down the street like this in the mid-afternoon before these restaurants are opening. Speaking of show and tell, we've got a little antique show and tell today. Sometime coming up in a couple of weeks, it'll be probably in the second week of October, maybe the first week of October. We will have a very, very unique show and tell for you, something that I could not have imagined just a short time ago. I don't want to talk too much about it now until I get the actual product in hand and show it to you. But there is a whole new genre of woodblock prints about to come to life here in Tokyo. We're not making them, it's nothing that we're producing ourselves. But as we've been talking with a couple of young men who have been doing carving and printing, and their first productions are ready, and they are astonishing in many, many, many ways. And they are going to have their own web shop here in Japan for the new prints that they're producing. And it's three people. It's a designer, the guy doing the blocks, and then the guy doing the printing. It's three people. They're publishing prints, and they don't speak English very well, or whatever. So they're going to make their own web shop here in Japan. And they came to us. Well, we've been talking to them for over a year while they've been getting their project ready and cooking. And they were really worried. They thought we would not want to be involved with their work. But I told them to go ahead and get going on it and come back and talk to me when they had the product ready and up and running. And they were here not yesterday, Thursday afternoon. The young man who prepares the blocks was here, along with the finished first print, which is magnificent, absolutely magnificent. And we looked at it up and we looked at it down and we talked a bit about prices and stuff, and they were like, are you sure? Do you really think this is okay for your shop? And I said, let's roll. So we're going to have some new prints. The first publication is ready now, and they're going to be publishing, they think, a new print every 2 months from their new publishing company. And we are really excited about it. Although when some of you hear this full story, you're going to go like, what is this all about? But whatever. When the guy was here on Thursday, I asked Cameron Sand to come down, take some pictures ready for Instagram and stuff like this. And he says, like, are we going to do this? And I'm like, we are going to do this. So we'll see. Coming to a woodblock print shop near you. A whole new genre. Beautiful, beautiful woodblock prints. Hiroshi Yoshida, if he were alive, he's died in what, 1951 or something, the year I was born, maybe, or the year before I was born, I can't remember. If Hiroshi Yoshida were still alive, he would be looking at this and saying, oh my God, I wish this had been around when I was here. Actually, the printer on these new prints, we know him. It's Yamamoto-san. He's doing work for us. He used to work for Adachi, quit there, and he's been working independently. Kawai-san, hello. So he's been working for us, and his recent job for us, he's currently doing for me, he's doing the Serpent Strikes print, Jed's Serpent Strikes design. And it's been late, and I phoned him a while ago saying, I don't know, like, are we okay? What's happening? And he said, yeah, no, I've been doing the extra work on that special new project. What about Shan? Hello. My God, I said, time already? Okay. So I was like, Yamamoto-san has been late with one of our own projects, and I was like, what's going on? And it turns out that the reason he's late with my work is because he's been working on this new publication project. He really wanted to get it up and running, So either way, either the prints he publishes for me or the prints he prints for the new publisher. Either way. Okay, it looks like we are running out of time here. So staff is organizing, staff is coming. Let's do a quick show and tell. A quick show and tell. Friendly lady waving at us. Was that Wadabashi-san? Did you wave to the camera today?
Yes.
That was Wadabashi-san. Somebody saw you and they clicked and said hello.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, let's see. What did I say? Show it up. Okay. This has been opened. I'm not going to try and pretend we haven't opened this. It came yesterday. It's auction stuff. And this came from, this was a Yahoo auction deal. We bought this on open auctions. Other people could have bid had they chosen to bid. Nobody did, so I got it myself. There's two separate auctions here. One of which I know what they are. It's not this. Somebody's used a funny, what is this? This is, one of these I know what they are. It's the same person. So this one I know what this is. The other one I don't know what this is. And I looked at the pictures and thought, what is going on here? This could be treasure, it could be junk. So let's look at the first one. This could be treasure, could be junk. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Ah, it's not treasure. But then again, it's not junk either. Okay, what this is, interesting. No, wait. No. This is old stuff. This is Meiji Taisho era. What have they done? They're imitations of silk paintings. Look at this. This almost certainly is not woodblock printmaking, so don't jump up and down, up and down, up and down. This is almost certainly some early kind of litho, some early kind of offset. Let me have a look at this under the scope for a second. No, it's not carved, nor is it printed by hand. It's some early kind of litho printing. It's a bit misregistered. There's no halftone screen though, so it's all done with, oh no, there's a halftone. Do you see it? Somewhere in those dots, there's halftone dots in there. So this is an early kind of litho printing. It's some kind of project where they wanted to reproduce scroll paintings. And they've made it look like it's on silk. I think even if I zoom in here, I don't think you're going to be able to catch this, but let's give it a try. Can you see the pattern? They put a pattern on this. Well, I don't think it's going to show it on camera. No. No, it's not going to show. There's a textured pattern here. Anyway, there's three of them, and when they came on the auction, there was a possibility they could have been woodblock prints, and it was really cheap. Nobody else wanted them. So they're cool. They're interesting for like a little bit of antique value, early printed stuff, but they're not actually woodblock prints. This is a reproduction of a famous. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! These are kind of nice, you know. They're not woodblock prints though. Very nicely done. Too bad the guy just folded them in some random place. Thanks, God. And what's the third one? That was what it was like in that era, you know, after the printmaking was dying and when the printing presses had come in. They were experimenting with every possible way of printing under the sun. This is lithography, some kind of offset lithography. It might have been done on actual stones, I don't even know, no idea. And the imitations of scroll paintings. That was probably mass-produced, sent them out by the millions. It wouldn't have been an art project. Okay, that's that. Let's put that aside. The other one is more interesting. I know what this is. And the other objects here today are actual woodblock prints. So let's have a look at these. Too much junk on my bench here. Excuse me. We've talked about the match labels. We've made videos about the match labels. And here we are. We have another little group of match label prints today. Somebody's got some. He's put them inside a, you know, one of those little albums you put photographs in. So we are going to have these out of here today. And these are, oh, look, it's tiny Pochibukuro. No way. What a little treasure. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let's find the zoom. What am I saying? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Pochibukuro, わかるでしょ?
はい。かわいい。
かわいい。You could guess. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
あー、ラブリー。
すごいでしょ? きれいきれいきれいきれい。
すごいきれい。いやー。Printed and
It's woodblock printed, yes, it's carved and
folded
printed.
to make it.
And then here it is. What is it? It's actually folded. What they've done is they made the woodblock print, on a slightly larger piece of paper, and they would have been done maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something on the same sheet or something. Good morning, Sam. Good morning. Good morning. So they probably wouldn't have been made one by one by one by one by one. I really don't know. But after they were the physical woodblock printing was done, out they come with the scissors and glue, and little old ladies would sit there, and this is an envelope. 結構小さいでしょ。500円札とか100円札が入らないから。
入らない。
100円玉
コインですね。
でも500円玉は無理でしょ。昔の
これ昔のですよね。
だから昭和の初め頃か大正か。
じゃあ100円とか
100円
50円とか。
でもお年玉の時にコインですから紙でしょ。
いやジャスタかわいいすごい。
そう。他のものはマッチだよ。ポチ袋じゃなくて、とりあえずただのマッチだよ。
マッチのラブ
そう。か
わいい。すっごい
綺麗でしょ。綺麗
ね。
These are beautiful. There's a set here, obviously, clearly. どのテーマですか今のセット。
樽岩商店って書いてる。This is the name of the shop?
だから
or something. So then just
樽を作る店宣伝のために
or just the advertisement? お店が配ったかもしれないですね。
そうか、no, even all of those, they're all different themes. It's all different. This is just a random bunch of different stuff. そう。
これちょっとモダンが。
そう、モガでしょ。そう。
これ面白い。
So this is 大正か昭和の初め頃か。This is different. This is probably an actual matchbox. This is cut from the top of a matchbox.
本当です。
So this is Chinese or Korean? No idea.
これで This remind me my grandma.
Your grandma. 何 Oops, we have slightly off-color stuff here. Look at this. What is this? What is this?
何ですか
It's he and she, ashi ですね。This is another, look at this, it's an actual envelope. What's going on? 布目摺りもありますよ。
布目摺り
布目摺りでしょ。
何ですかそれは。あ、本当だ。
Some of these are actual match boxes. I mean, this group looks Chinese and or Korean. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sorry.
これ光ってますね。あれるぼっちゃん。
Umo ka. Okay, that's it. There we are. There we are. There we are.
でもthere is a ぼかし here ですね。かわいい。こんなちっちゃいものにも情熱。
This is a series, though. With these women, it's a series to show what a mess.
そうみたいな感じですね。
時代によってでしょ。だから look. They're women from different eras. We had the Moga, the girl from Taisho or something. Then we have a woman supposedly in Edo era. If we go back, this is Genroku Jidai de sho. This kind of kimono pattern and that kind of hair. And then we have another one here. Look, this goes back. This is like a Heian era. So we've got something here. This series of women. There's a bunch of things mixed together here. Those two actors are out. Hi, this is out. This Chinese stuff is out. So this group looks like a series. I don't think that's part of it.
でもそうですか。
This is a series. No, it's absolutely a series. Look. The lettering, the everything. This matches up.
This is Showa.
This is different.
Maybe Showa series or something.
I don't. It doesn't match. This set of 8. Look at this. Absolutely. This is almost certainly going to be a complete set of 8. This is women from different eras. Absolutely. Go set up show. This is going to be one set.
あ、ここなんとか時代って書いて
So
ます
it's written
ね。
there. So that would be Genroku Jidai でしょ。じゃない。
なんとかなんとか
Jidai. So これは時代でしょ。
英時代
I'm right with this. I'm absolutely right. They're all なんとか時代、なんとか時代、なんとか時代でしょ。
文化時代、上六時代。
So
じゃあ
this one doesn't match.
そうですね。
That one
これお
doesn't match.
店の
That's out. So or okay, that's got the shop name on it.
Yes.
Taru
岩。
Iwa Shoten. Taru is a bucket to show. And there's their bucket. We have a set. Here, I think. We have a set here. Good. Very nice. And these are all, of course, handmade, hand-carved, hand-printed woodblock prints. And as I said, this was on an auction the other night. Nobody else wanted it. Nobody could care less about it. Oh, there's more. I missed some. Very nice. So somebody says, is this embossed? Whatever. The embossing effect on these prints comes with the actual printing itself. And these are all wood block prints. Everything you see here is carved and printed. So anytime there's a white area, it ends up with an embossed texture. I think it's about max we can zoom in. I'm really not sure. I don't know. I mean, look at the size of my thumb. Look at this. There's my thumb. You know, I mean, this is carved. The delicate hairlines, the flowers, the this and that. Give me a break. We pick this up for just pennies. Nobody wants these things. This was the day, you know, when there were so many craftsmen. It was before the yen went up to a normal currency level. It was a land full of super quality craftsmen, and the currency exchange between the West and the East was just ridiculous. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, it's 9:30. I have got to get out of here. I got a ton of work waiting for me. I'm on party duty this morning as well. It's Warabashi-san, Kawai-san, and me. We'll do one party each today. And before that, I'm doing sizing upstairs. Today is a sizing day. When's the last time you saw sizing? Not since we started doing this downstairs stuff. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Thanks, guys. Okay, it's Saturday now, so I am off for one day. I'll be here Monday morning, and I will almost certainly be sitting here carving on this same block that you saw this morning. Same time, same station. Morning, guys.
Morning.
You're here for the print party, are you?
No, we didn't know there was a print party. We're just here to enjoy it.
Good. And we're live broadcasting, but never mind, we're shutting it down right now, so no fear. Okay, guys, thanks so much. See you Monday morning. Oh, no, one more thing before you go. Check the Facebook page. Cameron has found that the NHK program, the 1 hour program from, what's it called, Somewhere Street, it's being broadcast on the net. It's on NHK World, coming up on, not tomorrow, yes, tomorrow night here in Japan. Tomorrow night here in Japan. Let me find the page for you. I've got to throw this in. NHK Live, not live, a 1 hour program on Asakusa featuring our work. And it's being broadcast on NHK World. Here we are. Cool. And this should be a countdown page showing you when the program will be broadcast in your area. Bingo, there you go. Are we talking about it? No, by the time money comes around, this is all over. So that's it, that's your last chance. Take a look at the link there, follow it, set your timers, see you there. Okay guys, bye-bye. Signing off now until Monday morning. Thanks very much.